eyebrow piercing should make a comeback. Let's bring them back.
How it do? How it be? How it is? Everybody, welcome in and welcome back. That threw me. I don't know why. I don't know why that was the one that threw me. Welcome in, everybody. It is Void Scourge. We are on our way, currently in the Feywild. Whole bunch of stuff to recap on. But first, a couple of announcements. Right out the gate, there are fully edited episodes of the 3 weekly stream campaigns you can find here on the Twitch, on the YouTube. It is called Long Shot, and you can find a link in the chat. Big ups to Annie, who is our mod for tonight, who will also throw up the link for the Discord. If you would like to see some visual aids that we sometimes use, as well as join our community. We got memes. Apparently we have bingo. That was something I never saw coming. The fan base created bingo boards for various campaigns that we have here on the show, which just tickles me. What else for announcements for myself? Gen Con. I will be running a game at Gen Con. Feel free to come through. I would love to put some faces to names. You know, I had a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh, I want to make sure I touch on this for the intro, but it's all gone. So let me throw it over to, well, let me do recap first, and then we'll go to the peeps. We in the Feywild, we've got some interesting political intrigue going on. There is a Kalishtar named Emis who seems to be in charge of taking care of the new child of the Vayant Court, the Sealer Hert, these Owlins who run the spring court of the city that the party is in right now. The party has a couple of questions they need answered. Apparently the this duo, this power couple of these Owlins, the Sealer Hert, have gotten their meaty grips on the bits of the Void Scourge, and have been giving powerful magic items to cultists who then go on to desecrate certain temples. Also to a bird god. Kind of weird, kind of wacky. Party looking for answers is trying to essentially shake up the city, to then circumvent these antagonists and put their Riverlord friend on the throne. We'll see how it goes. The plan is ever changing, but we have begun using the wish spell. Lottery has made it these heralding celestial bodies in the sky as if the moon might be coming back, and if the moon comes back, so does the wild hunt. And the party is just now learning about that and what that might entail in a bard college. This is the College of Glamour. It was where we left off.
Forcing Armageddon.
We're forcing Armageddon. Civic
and king
unrest. Unions? Nah. Anarchy.
An old school extortion event, okay?
Space pirates.
Fallback plans.
But the numerous fallback extortion events.
The team is basically the CIA. I mean, anyway,
Listen,
if they don't spend it this year, they won't get it next year.
I'm their recruited like criminal, but they're like had special set of skill.
Speaking of recruited criminal, Fish Finlee is playing Azalea, who is a actual Quarry nightmare, disguised in human form. But some of the powerful entities within the city are picking up that there is a nightmare amongst them, and is currently moving about. Croylix, a member of the crew, also has gone to ground, and is currently under the city, laying low, having also a bit of nightmare in his blood. Oh shoot, I had it. Oh, Biss. Oh well. Let's go to the party. I spent all day thinking too far ahead and not planning the immediate jump again.
Oh no.
So let me throw it over to Nerium, SmolBirdLex.
Hello, I'm SmolBirdLex. You can find me at SmolBirdLex. I do art, TTRPG, and VTubing. If you want to check that out soon, I am spending all my goddamn time rigging this art to be a VTuber. I am doing this all my damn self from scratch. The thing that people pay thousands of dollars to do, I'm doing it for free for me. Pass it over to Fish.
Hello, I am Fish. You can find me everywhere as Fish Finlee. I sing, I play games, I do art. It's a very fun time. Currently, you can find me over on my Twitch every Tuesday from 6 to 8 Pacific Daylight Time doing art shenanigans. Usually, I'm trying to speed run Inktober 52 because I'm so far behind, but right now I've got an inspiration. I've been drawing a character based on the eclipse, and it's going great. Also, I'm on the board for the Crit Awards. The Crit Awards, you can find the nominations are available. You can submit nominations for your favorite content creators at critawards.org. There are so many categories, lots of art categories this year. Nominate all your favorite creators for all the different categories.
Nominate Feff for best DM. Nominate Offbeat for best legacy YouTuber. Nominate me for artist. Nominate Mary for best character.
I do have a weird pitch. There is a nomination for a. Sorry, Fish, I'm interrupting, but
No, live your best life.
there is a one that you can nominate for best TTRPG that's only like a page, and there is a game called Goblin with a Fat Ass. And it's really fun, and it's really funny. It is Goblin Degenerate Hours heists, and it's hilarious, and it's got my nomination.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So if we could get the long shot community together, we can nominate Goblin with a Fat Ass.
I don't know how to nominate myself. Okay, I don't. It feels weird.
Let's get everyone together.
That's the power of lobbying.
We will support Goblin with a Fat Ass.
Let me shout out. Use our power for good. There is a Legacy D&D channel, I think, or a campaign, a Legacy campaign.
It's Twitch and YouTube. So
Twitch and YouTube.
Legacy.
Okay, yeah. So if you like any of the three
Nominate
campaigns,
Feff
we've
for
been
Twitch
doing this.
and then Offbeat for YouTube. That's all I'm saying.
There we go. We've been doing this long shot thing for about 4.5 years. I think that counts. That's all on that. Sorry, back to you, Fish.
Back to Fish.
With your amazing art.
But yeah, nominations will be open until what's the month after March? Not April. May 31st. That's how months work. May 31st is the last day that nominations will be open, so make sure you catch the form and nominate all your favorite creators. Other than that, check my Instagram to see where I'm at next, because that's where you'll get most of the updates. And I'm gonna throw it to Offbeat.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under those exact same names. YouTube and TikTok, Offbeat Outlaw. That's where you can find me, okay? Please do not look other places, because those are doppelgangers, and the wrath of the law is coming for them. If you are seeing this, I'm me when I fucking get you. But
Me when I hunt for sport.
but I'm playing Nova Wake. Should probably add that to my character name here. Who is a blade singing fighter. Who is also is he a demigod? Yes. Does he act like one? No, because he's actually a pirate and maybe your dad. Passing to Quincy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Quincy. Quincy's Tavern. I love fantasy. I like D&D. I like food. Currently writing a book right now, but we'll talk more about that later when it gets closer to actually putting that out there where it's relevant. I'll be also at Gen Con. I'll be at Gen Con. I will see you guys there. I will also, a little bit more in the immediate, I will be at the Georgia Ren Fair in the first weekend of May, so I'll hopefully catch you there if you're in the Georgia area. I will also be at what is called The Gathering, which is this like LARP, it's hosted by Norse Forge, and there'll be other guests there like Autumn Ivy, Tank Tolman, and myself, and we'll all be there for like a weekend in North Carolina. It's called The Gathering. I think if you go to Norse Forge stuff, you'll see more information there. But yeah, I'm going to do that too. So I'll be traveling a lot.
Gorgeous.
It is. It's very, very pretty. So I'll be traveling a lot this year, and you can follow me on my socials, and I'll tell you where I'm at if you'd like to hang out. So yeah.
Go on, gather it. Points at Magic.
Magic the Gathering?
I'm bringing my deck. I'm bringing my Mono White Angel.
Ooh. I just made a Henzy deck, and it is so
Taco
nasty,
helped me build a deck.
Taco helped you bigot.
No, wait!
What's he giving? Whoa!
Has everyone gone? I don't think everyone's gone.
Yes.
Oh, everyone's gone? Okay.
We good.
Oh, we're going from that moment right into this one.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yep.
So transitions are weird. Anyway. Okay.
Star Wars transition.
Nova. Nova, you've just read. You're uncovering more information about the Wild Hunt and learning about how they are untethered to any court and seen as just an absolute uncontrollable storm, really, or a force of nature in some way, shape, or form. And it's seen as this beautiful, refined, pure version of Feyan beliefs, of Feyan culture, of Feyan, I hesitate to say ecstasy, but maybe fervor. And as you know, the Wild Hunt, or you come to learn, the Wild Hunt is absolutely terrifying. They will slip into various pains and just kill and eat and hunt for sport. And it's disturbing. And the whole time they're reveling. It's this great revel. And they've been gone ever since the moon has been gone. Lottery.
Yes.
You learn more about Ramshackle Shitterwits.
Mm-hmm.
An individual who has been discredited, and after finding a couple of more books that he wrote about the moon and its origin and the origin of the Fey realm, you find these kind of press stamps that you're not sure exactly what it mean, but what they mean, because they're just kind of these symbols, but you think it might mean that this has been discredited in some way.
Okay.
And you're finding little bits of intrigue, and they're almost like fairy tales, but you're not seeing any alternate stories of creation. So there's a bit of something going on there. Azalea, you are currently trying to keep this Spriggan at arm's length, who is very interested.
I'm the most convincing bear.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm the most convincing bear you've ever seen in your life.
Okay. Thank you for the raid.
That's all.
Nerium.
Yeah.
You have been looking into ways to take Chester, the void drake that you have with you, and turn him into a full-blown dragon. You learned long ago and far away that giants in a giant dragon war that covered many, many plains, if you will, for all of our newcomers, that this war was brutal and was all-encompassing, and at some point the dragon god died. Later the giant god died. You killed it later, as well as it was in its giant spider form due to a bunch of nonsensical stuff that went wrong. We don't have time to get into all that, but
definitely wasn't a one hit either. Definitely don't go look back and watch it.
But you learned that the giants were taking captured dragons and stunting them, turning them into bestial, animalistic drakes, and the descendant being Chester. And you, being a furball, is a descendant of giants, and you're not sure how that entails, but there's a certain poeticness to it, balancing things out, trying to right some wrongs, and this genuine, heartfelt intention of good, of trying to balance some wrong, whether you're not even necessarily directly related to the giants that did this thing, and Chester might not be directly related to, it's just this is the shape of the world, and your genuine heart intent of trying to help and trying to balance, your vision dims and kind of tunnels in, and on the outside of the tunnel, in the void around that tunnel vision, the air shifts and starry flame blossoms out, and this low is sensed. The Spriggan looks up doesn't clock you, Nerium, but senses something and immediately begins scrabbling up into the roof of this particular library, and you see the roof respond, branches or rather roots twining down to receive her, and as they go back up, and you can see various scroll works being written all at once as this is being witnessed. Nerium. Hilari Kialk Svothanor is sending you a vision. For everyone, that is Critical Bard's character from previous episodes. The one who was the blood of the dragon god turned into a plasmoid, then later ascended into Hilari Kialk Svothanor. It's garbled. There's a lot of different stuff going on that doesn't really make sense, but some stuff begins overlapping. And you can see stars winking out. Time passing, more stars forming. Gases coming together to create more stars. At the end of this, well, this actually starts going on for some time. These visions of basically time-lapse night sky lapping over one another. At this point, I think Nova especially would notice that something's wrong with Nerium, who has just been kind of standing there, blinking and looking about.
Nova's gonna walk over and be like, Nerium? First mate? The one who's not as smart as Nova? Oh, fuck, she's out. Okay.
Oh, fuck,
that,
she...
Hey, that was the nervous system, that doesn't count.
Subconscious reflex.
I am going to, seeing that Nerium's kind of in distress, I'm going to use, cast Detect Thoughts on Nerium, to just get a to see right into their thoughts right now, to see what they're seeing.
Okay. Nerium, you sense Nova's mind trying to impress upon yours. Are you letting him in, or you want to roll?
Well, I get the surface level thoughts no matter what. So
okay.
If this is currently happening surface level, then that's fine. If I decide to press deeper, then there's a save.
Okay.
And then there comes the...
This is pretty forefront.
Yeah.
Nerium always gets a... Nova always gets a pass in there, though. She knows he wouldn't go in there unless it was for important reasons.
You watch a white star turn blue and begin to explode / implode. But out of the darkness around it, on either side, this massive, toothy maw apparates out of the darkness and eats it. And with that, you are whiplashed.
Fucking hell, man.
Ah, shit.
Why do I want to
Alright.
slap you, silly?
I said some things to see if you're awake. Don't worry, they're nothing crazy. Shield, no. So, what was happening there?
I think Alcanor was just sending me some things.
Big maw
I don't know.
opening in darkness to eat stars. That sounds like something my father would do. We know he's got
Do you
the
need to
void
talk
dragon.
to your dad?
I feel like we need to talk to the void dragon.
So, I will say this. This is, for the first time in long shot history, I am going to be, on a future episode, having CB come in, and I'm giving the reins over to him for a time, with all of the authority and power of a draconic god. The maw was draconic.
What did you do to bring on this vision?
Honestly, I was just trying to give Chester wings, because after everything, I felt really bad, and I feel like it's gonna be like me teaching him how to walk all over again. It's not like he's gonna start soaring in the skies immediately, but I figured it was something I could do to kind of give him back his, ancestral glory.
I'm gonna look over, considering what I've seen in the vision and just like looking at Chester and what has all happened. Could I make some sort of religion check to give me better insight into what that thing was beyond that thing that was eating stars?
Sure.
I'm getting not bad. That's a 22.
Okay. Okay. To be blunt, with a 22, Chester needs to consume the essence of a collapsing star.
Brain blast! Oh. That wasn't unrelated. That was the instruction manual, Nerium.
Do I gotta feed you to him?
I'm not. Nerium, do I look like a... thank you for saying I look like a star, but I am not. We need to find the collapsing star, and Chester needs to consume it. And that will grant him back his wings.
Okay. But how do we get one?
Well, number of problems in doing this. A star that is able to fit inside our little Chester's mouth will be this big, which means it will probably be a black hole at that point, which is... We're not
Starts
disturbing
reaching for his eye.
Get away! No!
You don't need it!
Yes, I do! This is how I see! We're going to need to talk to my dad about any black holes that we could maybe perhaps look into and investigate. This is
How many
something...
favors is he going to be willing to give me, though? I very much openly don't like the guy.
I think if I phrase this more as it'll be an asset in our adventures, I think we can definitely get something happening. And if he doesn't like us, we do... And he doesn't not like you. We've done a lot of good things for him. We got back his second of in command.
Well, yeah, because he didn't do anything to me.
Exactly. So, yeah, our dad might like us a bit more now. He's been trying. More recently.
I'll have to take your word for it.
You don't have to like him, but I do think we can use this as leverage, at the very least.
All right.
I'm gonna just pat Chester on the head. I'm gonna look over to see if I can find Lottery and see how their research is going.
And you hear kind of like on the other side of that shelf, kind of like books falling. I wasn't eavesdropping at all. You were just very loud.
You know what? I could believe that.
So you're taking all those books?
Oh no, this is just things that I found. This is like the Flumpa Sutra. This is the like.
Hold on.
They don't even make these anymore. There was this band in Candlekeep.
I was wondering why you've been in that aisle for a bit, but now I get it.
It's fascinating. You want to see it?
I've seen that edition already. Oh wait, that's an extended edition.
I didn't realize.
This is why flumps are very good. They have nothing to worry about.
Chester's ear holes.
And no wonder they got no concerns if they do all this in their free time.
That's what I'm saying. They've hit nirvana.
I also wouldn't care. I also wouldn't give a shit if I could pull that off. The hell? Maybe... I can turn us into flumps, you know.
I hate it here.
I look at Miriam just so you know, the captain offered to do an orgy. That's basically where this will ultimately lead to. But I mean,
this is not the first time he's offered this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going.
Fun.
I'm gonna put this back on the shelf.
I'm so glad I am not here for this conversation.
Speaking of Azalea, the door next to you out into that main area where you could see earlier is thrown open, and a very flushed, out of breath Eladrin walks in and goes, "There wasn't supposed to be anyone in here right now. I need all of y'all to get out there right now because it's time for dance classes. Okay, everybody come on in. Everybody come on in." And you watch as
library.
This is the entire floor is suddenly filled with people in a dance class, and it is extensive, and they clearly know what they're doing. I need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh my
This
gosh.
floor, this room, the room out into the
7.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
17.
17.
Sim got an 18, but I got a 7. So
There are roughly 5 Eladrin throughout the room who, throughout this room and the adjoining rooms, who are moving in between these choreographers and like pointing out how to do stuff differently. And the party is quickly caught up in this really, really over the top dance number.
I rolled a 24.
Yes, everyone who, Lottery and Nerium, you guys resist the urge to immediately join this revelry.
My dancing bear.
Oh yeah.
Well, what are you doing?
Sim,
So, you know what?
give me the juice. I'm gonna have my
For the sake of
simulacrum.
this, I'm gonna also roll for Melly. Melly the snake sitting on my head.
I'm gonna have my simulacrum cast skill expert on me to give me expertise in performance.
That's
Oh
a
my-
nat 2 for Melly. So Melly is also just squiggling on my
Shapes.
head. Yeah.
Lottery, what you do?
In this one.
This was not me this time. I promise. The music is horrible. It would at least be Lady Gaga or ABBA.
This is the
Lady Gaga's canon confirmed.
this is the Court of Glamour. We play funk music here.
Just mellied.
Melly's just like making shapes on my head as I'm just like.
Nova, please.
I can't stop the rhythm.
It doesn't seem to be ending.
Nerium backhands Nova. Just
Bang! Nova, you are thrown off your rhythm, and you return to a bit of sentience or a bit of lucidity. The music is so loud, in game.
Oh my gosh.
I am such a proficiently dancing bear. It's great. It's amazing. Star of my own show.
You can.
I'm gonna.
I don't
Lottery's
want
gonna
to hit
cast.
the bear.
Lottery's gonna cast thaumaturgy to make my voice boom,
Okay.
and it's like, shut up!
Ow!
We're in a library.
Ow!
You hear a couple of people like some people like bump into each other and stuff like that, and you hear above you the Spriggan go, "I miss the Whispering Library."
Gosh. Thank you.
Excuse me.
You excuse.
And are you to interrupt my dance class? It is imperative that we have this airtight. Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca was actually doing fabulous. It was over there. I think it was the one in the pastel.
To Rebecca.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was on count.
I'm sorry. I didn't catch her name. What was it?
Please. Back to it, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wisdom saves.
Silence.
Silence? Okay.
I want to cast silence.
You create around you a small bubble of silence. And whether it's people kind of look at you sideways and then move out of the silence to go do what they're supposed to do, or they are instructed to do so, the party finds themselves, including Bear, within this zone of silence.
Okay.
Can I cast silence over the instructor?
You can cast on an area, and they will move out of the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
You can just walk right out. Nova, why were you throwing it back so hard? What is this?
Oh.
You were doing what we called in other planes the Tiny Tina twerk.
Look, I know I don't got much of an ass. I used to have a bigger cake. Oh, goodness. That was loud.
You good, Azalea?
Azalea just kind of like turns to face you as she has this look of like, well, that was weird. I think I did pretty good. I did pretty good.
Still nodding your head.
Wait, no,
a little bit.
I gotta get in character. I'm a bear. And so you like watch as this range of emotions crosses her face, and then she just kind of at you and like yeah, I'm fine.
I just picture Melly still throwing shapes to no music on top of you.
Yeah, no, Melly's having a great time.
Oh, wait,
Melly's
you guys
like,
can't
yes.
even talk. You're in the silence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Suddenly
I opened my mouth to, and you don't hear anything, and then I'm just like,
just lots of hand
Melly is
signals.
still just like.
Oh my god.
In the
Alright, so just-
in the swirl of this dance, in the confusion, you guys are still in the library, but something strange has happened. You don't see the way you came through at all. This middle big room next to the library has seemed to shift in some way.
Art college. What? I'm gonna cast. Descending have verbal components? Let me check. New message. What's the point of message if it has verbal components? I would just talk to them then.
I guess I have subtle spells. If I can find something that's helpful here, then I can subtle spell it.
I'm going to like just kind of like press on everyone's heads, just be like, and then gesture towards the door.
Hi.
The door that you came through?
That goes deeper.
Hmm.
The one that's like that no longer leads to our exit. Okay. Nova's going to look over there. Does Vortex Warp have verbal components? If it does, I'm gonna be pissed as hell, dude.
How far are we trying to teleport to?
How far away is that door? Just so we don't have to deal with the wisdom saves.
It was a long walk, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because you came in and you could see that it was kind of this dormitory. It was kind of a catch-all of a first floor. There were also a lot of places you didn't explore, many hallways and the like. But you don't see the door at all that you came through. That one that was sentient.
I want to and they're still dancing all around us and everything, yeah?
Outside of the silence, yes.
Sure. I would like to cast Minor Illusion. Since it is a cantrip, I can create a sound as loud as a scream. And I want to try to mimic the instructor by yelling at Rebecca.
Okay.
And any other name that I caught her saying, to kind of like confuse people and get them off beat and off their momentum and rhythm to bump into other people and hopefully start a domino effect.
Okay.
Because it's only somatic and material.
Nice.
I don't need verbal. So you see Lottery kind of produce this bit of fleece as a creation bard and blow it out, and as it like hits the bubble of the silence, you just hear, "Rebecca, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not this!" And just kind of like this whole Weasley kind of like envelope kind of yelling type of thing. Just trying to like.
Excellent. Rebecca is gonna roll for concentration, or rather, we should say, is going to make a dex save. Let's make a dex save.
Sure.
That makes good sense. Keep the footing, keep the pacing. Oh, Rebecca. Becky. Bex.
Becca?
Quickly tries to move to this new new tempo that's being yelled at her, and unintentionally starts a bit of a mosh pit. The thing about
Yes.
Open this pit!
the thing about how the Fae party is the Fae party hard. That is what they are famous for. They go absolutely in when it comes to revelry. So you watch as the 4 instructors begin wading into this mess, trying to restore order, yelling, and it's causing this domino and ripple effect where things are just kind of getting out of hand. But you watch as half the people down here start just freestyling. Start just absolutely caught up in the bit. You see swing dancing over here. You see a turtle break dancing. It's just doing the shell spin. And at one point, Chester, you notice, is not in the bubble, is still in the library. Just kind of like there was a corner that was exempt, and he's over there just twerking up against a bookcase, like upside down. You know what I mean? Like legs up on the bookcase. Yeah, the books are falling.
At that, Nerium's gonna run out to get Chester.
Oh, okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to face palm as bear.
22?
Okay, you're good.
Nice.
Sweet. She's just running at him like, shit!
It's a good thing you
Grabs
are
his
insanely
tail.
strong, because you just and back in you go.
Get over here! just dragging him back. He's still trying to move.
And you're in.
Just,
Chester
really?
looks heartbroken. Heartbroken.
baby, sweetie, darling, my love, you can still dance, just not this weird forced dance. We can have a dance party on the ship, okay?
You're in the silence. You have to just endure the pout.
Nova just reaches over and just rubs Chester's head. Okay. Jesse, I must cook.
I am the one who cooks.
Okay. So it's a wisdom save?
It is. And I'll tell you now, simply because the party has brushed up against it a few times, the DC is 18.
18. Okay. I'm gonna look at the party. I'm gonna look at Nerium. Nerium, understand me.
We will be rolling a performance for whatever it is you are trying to communicate.
Okay. Nerium.
Miriam's not looking at you. Miriam's clearly
Point.
all over
Chester. And then
I nudge Nerium to pay attention to Nova.
I
Basketball. High School Musical. Die Hard. Die Hard 2.
I do the gesture for Vortex Warp that the party has seen me do
Toilet.
numbers of times.
Oh, it's the other way. Australia. Toilet. Brazilian toilet. It's anywhere south of the equator.
How far away is the door exactly? Would you say it's within 90 feet?
Again, you don't see the door.
Oh, it's far.
No. It's gone.
But like you saw that there was another hall. Like where's the
Yes.
exit of the library? I mean.
So, oh, my apologies. The library door. That is like 60 feet away from you.
Okay.
I I can teleport everybody 30 feet. Like, this is a thing that I've used before.
If we want to communicate with each other, we have to use a performance check.
This is the thing I've done before, so like if Nova were thinking through the skill sets of everybody, that is the thing that I can't do.
I honestly forgot about that ability that you had, so I don't think I would know that.
Then we get a bear performance check.
Never mind.
If you succeed in the performance check,
okay.
Yeah.
I will set the DC to 13 because you are bear.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I do and see if that affects this DC at all.
Okay.
So I in bear form will like put Melly on the ground and then nudge Melly and then throw Melly and then go.
I look at Nerium and I look at Nova, and I just like.
I've never seen you make
Okay,
that
now
face.
a performance check, I guess.
Someone get me that face. Yeah, let's get the performance check.
13.
You're good.
No, but it's 30 feet. Only
Yeah.
30 feet.
Mm-hmm. I have thrown Melly approximately, I don't know, a distance.
Who is like,
Yeah.
who is out of the
So
silence
Melly
now
is
and
out
doing,
of silence,
out of
just
the
dancing
silence,
now.
and is currently
Yeah.
doing the Rubik's Cube shuffle. Just
I start gesturing like me, far, but like, you know, I have big paw, far, you, less far.
I have an idea.
I can go 60 feet, y'all can go 30 feet.
Okay, Nova, I have a plan. I think this plan is the easiest.
Is there a
one.
book and paper and a like? I'm gonna take a book.
We are in
I
a
don't know,
library.
You're a
creation
creation
bard.
bard.
Is there one creation?
you.
Make a pencil, and I was like, "We're doing this." I just look at a book and I pick one up and I rip open a piece of paper and I hand him a paper with a pen to Nova.
I like looking
Oh,
at
okay.
I start writing down. I'm going to cast blindness, deafness on my simulacrum. My simulacrum
Ooh.
can then vortex warp us safely.
That's cool.
I'm going to then command my sim out there. I will spend my second level spell slot on deafness. So it will immediately no longer be able to hear the things. And then we have a minute, and it's just gonna be vortex warping everybody out of the room.
That was so much.
I'm gonna walk over and scoop Melly back up.
Outside of the
preferably
silence.
one of my. How far outside the bubble is Melly?
How big
right
is
now?
silence?
30. It's an area of 20 feet, I believe.
Okay, we'll say about five feet outside.
Okay. Would I be able to like reach and swoop with an arm while still keeping my head
I
inside?
think it's safe to say.
20-foot radius.
Okay, then I will do that.
Doing so, you have to kind of unfurl your arm a little bit.
Do we have to roll a stealth check for that?
Why? Well, if that's the case, then I'd rather just walk outside.
I can just vortex warp it.
Yeah, no, if I have to unfurl, I'd rather just walk outside the bubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could always vortex warp it.
Oh, I mean, if you can just vortex warp Melly, then go for it.
Yeah,
Never mind, no.
That disappointed music stop.
I could just do that.
Yeah, just do that.
I will vortex warp everybody outside of this evil room of dancing and revelry. And then my sim will just walk out. Completely unfazed.
The deafened simulacrum steps out and starts kind of weaving through all these other people. At one point, there's a clump of people he can't get through, so he has to like dance shimmy his way through them, you know what I mean? And then he's through and he keeps moving. All right, Sim gets to the center of the main room and make a perception check. Simulacrum. Nova.
Great. Damn it, only a 10.
Okay. You catch a glance in the throng of people as the instructors are trying to get everyone under control. Of 2 sets of these big white antlers peeking out through the crowd with little bells on them wrapped in ribbons of felt.
And unfortunately, this info is wasted on a sim because they can't learn. I'm very sorry.
Do they have previous information? Of OG? Of original form?
They have info from Nova, yes.
Okay.
But if it sees something new, the most it could do is repeat what it saw. Maybe?
Azalea and Nerium, it is safe to say that you guys convey information that you think might be important to the party as a whole off screen?
Yeah, I've definitely talked to everyone about the weird white deer situation from before.
Okay. Weird white deer situation from before. Sim would know, therefore, that these are the ones that are like sniffing out the nightmares.
Oh, okay. In that case, when it walks over to the party,
it's in the distance, in amongst the crowd, and is not within sight of the party. And there's 2 of them.
Sim Nova will clock their location, and then if some of the preordained repetitive like instructions has been given from Nova over time, it will just begin muttering to itself until it is within verbal range of Nova to convey the information properly.
Okay.
It'll just be going, my dear, in the distance, 60, like however many feet away.
It's about 100. It's about 120 feet away from. It's on the outside of this throng. 2 of them.
Okay.
So that's even farther for you. It's like around a corner and down a hallway kind of a thing.
Okay.
Azalea, you clock that the Whispering Library that the Spriggan mentioned earlier was not a library that is quiet. That was probably a name, the Whispering Library. And you know you are on the 1st floor, and that there are other floors that could be explored for future shenanigans.
Noted. Are the rest of us within range to hear the sim muttering about the white deer?
No, everyone else is still in the silence, but Nova, or rather, Offbeat, what do you do? You said you mutter it, or you send the information back to Prime?
I mean, how far away is the sim now from me? And am I outside the range of the dance party at this point?
The sim is in the throng of it, in the thick of it.
Okay. But it's like, what's like the physical distance from me to the sim?
About 60 feet.
Okay. Is Nova Prime outside the range of the magic dance music?
As long as they're in the silence. The whole floor is this music going.
Okay, so the sim should have vortex warped us already.
My apologies.
Yeah, because it can the door was the way out was 60 feet away from what you told me from where we were. All it would need to do is step out 5 feet from outside the deafness, and then vortex warp us from its location 60 feet to the door to the way out.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sim gets out there, notices the deer, doesn't see the path out. Has a lot of other paths, but does not see the exit of the building.
It will take us to the closest path out then, and send us as far away as it can get from there. Where does it see? And like also
There
away
is
from the deer.
Away from the deer. The best option for away from the deer is up some stairs.
How far can it see up those stairs?
It's a big open stairway that goes to like this wraparound balcony, kind of an open area, into many different doors. And then as it gets to the far side of the building, like a tower, it goes up another floor, where
Okay,
it
so
then
how-
hits the ceiling and is another room.
How high up is that balcony that we can reach?
It's about 20 feet off the ground.
Okay. And I'm trying to get us out of here. Is there any way I can see that's like just right out of here?
You
Is there
can see
any
up on
way
the
that I
second
can-
floor of this balcony that there are people just normally walking about.
Oh, okay. In that case, the sim will just vortex warp all of us up to the balcony.
Okay. Okay.
And then I, once up on the balcony, will vortex warp the sim up to us.
Okay. So the party convenes on this balcony and can look down upon the throng. And while you can still vaguely hear the music as if it was far away, it doesn't have any effect on you. And you can see Lottery, the sleeping dwarf, the caretaker of the first floor, just leaning on the rail, looking very tired and frustrated. And as you as the party he goes, "We must get better infrastructure. I've been saying it all along. They all use the first floor for anything simply because there's so much room." Bards.
Well, who's blocking you from getting better rooms?
Well, there's a chain of command, and they like the finer things. They don't appreciate old stories and tales like the old times.
Honestly, that's really good to know. What was your name? So I can have it so I can tell other people about the situation.
What is your name? In fair trade.
Bob.
Steve.
Ah!
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Well met, Bob.
And I laugh and I shake his hand.
He pulls out a pipe. I just gotta wait for this to be done. It'll be a few hours, unfortunately.
Hours.
We
Dang.
go hard here.
You're right. You're right. It's just a lot. Seems like a lot for a library. That's all I'm saying.
There are other libraries. People don't take the first floor seriously.
There
What's
are
Why
the
other
don't you guys
libraries.
dig another floor underneath the first floor, and then they can use the underground floor?
Oh, there's a floor down there already.
Ah,
What's down there?
Things.
Like what, Steve?
Make a persuasion check. He is in a headspace that is kind of rebelling against his own infrastructure, so
22.
oh my god. Hang on,
whoa.
let me think. I had it. Well, for the most part it's storage, but there's a few things kept under lock and key down there that is kind of dangerous if any of the students get their hands on. So there's some safety proximities and such as that. You were asking about other libraries. Every floor has a library. There's even one on the roof, known as the Whispering Library.
That sounds very useful. Do you mind if we go up there?
Well,
Mind if we go down there?
you can't go down there. We keep
How would
it
one
pretty tightly
avoid
locked.
to get down there? That way we don't go through the door that goes down there.
You remind me of my best students.
I'm sorry.
They're also the reason why I'm bald.
Oh,
Was this guy the one that said that like the library was scared of me?
That was the...
Brigand?
I believe that was the
Spriggan.
Spriggan.
That's a Spriggan. My bad. Okay, cool.
Look, we are here as seekers of knowledge and information. I would love to go up and check out the Whispering Library. I may not be a bard per se. I am a wizard, and I'm very appreciative of the work that you all have done in collecting this information. This is our bard, as you can see.
And throughout this
Very-
conversation, did he ever, like, did the person that we're talking to look in a direction of the basement?
He seemed to look down at the center of the floor. And, you know that there is a grand stadium out the front door. And so you think that this whole floor might be able to be transformed as a backstage area. And likely a huge section of the center of the room can be lowered into a large staircase or a ramp or the like.
Like a theater. Okay.
Also, from our new balcony viewpoint, can we see the deer guy?
You see one of them slowly moving along the side of this throng of dancers. Now they are a bit more under control and back to their regularly scheduled shenanigans.
I'm going to like back away from like the edge of the balcony area, so I'm like less visible from below, and very clearly attempt to be more bear-like.
Very
in
clearly
my behavior.
attempt to be more bear-like, eh?
And then have Melly kind of like tap Miriam on the shoulder and like point at the deer with like snake snoot.
Okay. Our friend Steve here just rolled a 23 on the inside check.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll anything against it? Or
You said very clearly avoided and then had Melly like point and make the connection. I'm gonna say that he's putting 2 and 2 together.
So, I guess we will be going, definitely not downstairs and definitely upstairs to the Whispering Library.
Of course. Allow me to introduce you to someone. He's kind of thinking, and he's keeping a look at you, but he turns and starts walking along the side of the balcony and goes into one of the doors and opens it for you and gestures for you to walk in.
I'm here.
I walk in.
Okay.
I begrudgingly follow.
Come on, Azalea. Let's go. Come on.
Gonna kill you.
This bit has gone on for like a month in real time.
It's so funny.
I create little breadcrumbs and drop them.
Oh my god.
Azalea's putting literally all of her energy into acting as much like a normal bear as she can. And this is just making her funnel some of her energy into not murdering Lottery.
You just hear Lottery humming Winnie the Pooh.
Nelly's just vibing.
He opens a door, and you can see this long, winding, sometimes twisting upside down passageway.
Oh, trippy.
And you can see that there are almost like these like fireman poles that go down farther, but also go up higher. And you briefly see someone, because of the twist,
Nice.
slide on past. And he starts walking. He gets to a tiny little door. He kind of crouches down and knocks on it. And this tiny little mouse person Hello, friend.
Roar.
It is good.
Not roar, but like grunts.
They both.
I'm sorry.
Might I introduce you all to Ippy?
Ippy.
The mouse looks at you. flourishes the cape and takes a bow. It's just the cape, little rapier.
I give the mouse a very low bow as well.
This is Ippy, the custodian of the second floor. And I am to understand that these individuals would like to see the Whispering Library. They seem to be avoiding a few people and wish to be out of the way for a little while.
Those glamour bards can be quite rambunctious.
I'd like to think Melly responds.
Just starts ranting. Go ahead.
Nerium nodding and getting the vibes.
Melly responds to the bow by doing like a grand like spin and but like in snake form, like a little like acrobatical snake thing. And Azalea just nods. So Melly on her head just like does like a cool spirally thing, and then Azalea's just like.
You can see a few other mice
listening to this rant,
peeking through the door as well.
But yes, we wish to see your library. What was the name that we may call you by? Ippy. Ippy, correct. Okay, Ippy. We would love to see the Whispering Library. We are seekers of knowledge, students, perpetual students of life, and we hear that you have a grand collection.
I want to cast tongues so I can understand Ippy a little bit better, and he can understand me a little bit better.
Okay.
And then I kind of like, and we're going to try to extort the Fae Court. Everything they've got.
To Ippy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. Sorry, I gotta think now. I gotta process.
Azalea is getting less and less happy that she's become Lottery's emotional support animal and not literally anyone else. If everything goes to shit, I'm stuck with this one.
Nerium's feeling real bad for offering that.
The dwarf goes, "What?
What?
You wish to, the mouse like cocks his head in confusion, but the dwarf goes, "What? Why?
Why not?"
Is it this time that Nova goes, my friend here has something of what we like to call
a death wish?
Overactive imagination, accompanied by an even less strict use of his tongue.
That is what my mother used to say.
Please do not mind what he says. Does not always do the things that he should.
This is my bear animal friend.
Okay, so a couple things happen all at once. You watch the dwarf touch the side of the wall.
Fuck.
And a ripple shoots. He goes, "I see now why you are being so circumspect." Roll initiative. as he kind of, but still short dwarf.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We're trying to destabilize the government. What?
I rolled a 9.
Oh goodness. All right, let's get into it.
Lottery, when we get out of this, I'm wringing your neck.
My dice decided to be nice to me again. That's a nat 20 for a 22.
Oh!
I got a 28.
28.
17 plus 6 plus 5.
Just to be clear, the only person who seems hostile in this room so far is the dwarf, right?
So far.
Okay. Yeah, so far.
Okay, so 28 for Nova. Did you say 2, Azalea?
I said
I rolled a
22.
9.
22.
I rolled a nat 20.
I'm gonna pee.
Okay. Did anyone catch what they got for initiative?
9.
Okay.
9.
I wrote initiative instead of Nerium. Come on, Jeff. Quincy?
22.
Ooh, Azalea, Quincy, Lottery. Who has the higher dex?
I have a +3, 17 total.
I have a 14 total.
Okay.
And +2.
Okay. Fun. This goes in a direction that I was hoping it would, but didn't know how it would. I'm so very excited.
I know what I'm gonna try to do. I really hope this dwarf is not a smart one.
Right, I called him Steve. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm so here for this.
Ah!
Okay. Sorry. Almost ready.
I'm gonna pull up this bingo and join the audience in this updated bingo card.
Okay. All right. Nova, you're up first. You and Sim.
I'm looking at this custodian guy. He's like a caretaker of the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pseudo bodyguard. Does he look like a large fella or a smart fella?
He looks very old. And while he is standing up to his full strength, he does have a cane. Steve, as we have called him, is, as previously discerned, a bard, and their source of magic is not music or dance, but is in fact storytelling. You also, Nova, see two of the dance instructors jump up to the second story, which is 20 feet, and land as well. You are 30 feet away from them down the hall, and again the hall seems to twist a bit, so you're looking at them sideways. And they are looking already antagonized by you, and now alerted by Steve.
Oh, this is so bad. Okay.
Not if we kill them quickly.
And we're just going to kill people from the Bard College so we can get them murder charged with all those witnesses down there?
Only if we get caught, duh.
This is what getting caught looks like, lottery. Okay.
Okay, here, I'll do this. Just for a little more, would you like a little more context?
Yes.
Okay. The things you really got to worry about, just based off of like power levels and discerning what is a powerful entity near you and the like. Those deer have a challenge rating of 27, and there's 2 of them.
Oh.
Lottery, I'm killing you.
Level 20 campaigns. I get to take the
a
gloves
number.
off.
No, you wanted to die, right? Like we could have made this trip so much faster. Actually, now that I think about it.
I'm so here for this.
Nova's gonna look to Lottery and be like, "You ever talked yourself out of jail before?
Once or twice.
You want to do it again?
You want to go to jail?
You go to jail."
Oh, so you're gonna turn me in?
I didn't want to use these words, but I might leave you to die. So I'm saying I'm giving you a way to get out. If you're in jail, I can maybe break you out later. We cannot fight all of these people at once. This is a death scenario. This is a death trap.
There's a lot of, well,
I surrender. Take me away to your leader.
interesting.
Nova's gonna put his arm like in front of Nerium and Azalea, and is going to take his action to quickly shout to the custodian. We mean all of you in this room absolutely no harm. Please! My friend here has let loose some information that you are welcome to question him on, but I seek no quarrel with anyone here. Unless, of course, you wish to bring the wrath of an entity that you do not want to fight right now, because I don't want to fight right now, and I am more than willing to blow up everything here unless we all calm the fuck down and take a fucking chill.
Are we fighting or not?
Let's roll. Let's get. Is this what you want to do with your turn? No.
I'm spending my whole turn pleading for everybody to lay down their weapons and to stop fighting. That's my action. I will stay.
All right, make an intimidation check.
And I'm standing next to him, intimidating
Could I make a persuasion check instead?
That was pretty aggressive.
It was pretty persuasive.
It was pretty aggressive. you threatened a lot. I'll give you advantage because Nerium is terrifying. You are the help action is you are holding back Nerium.
Just with Chester also next to me.
17
and Flesh Bear.
17.
Can I give you bardic inspiration?
Is it a reaction?
Yeah, I'll use it as a reaction.
Is it a reaction?
We agreed a couple things ago
Okay.
off stream that I could use it as a reaction. So it's a D12.
Okay, 27.
Okay. The dancers step back and the mice flee. The bard that is Steve, the caretaker whose charge it is to protect the first floor, stands under the weight of your 27 intimidation check and furrows his brow.
Does he resist it, or is he convinced?
He resists it.
Oh!
All right. Then. Action search.
Okay.
Meteor swarm.
Oh God.
Okay.
Nova's just gonna stare him down and be like, I hope the blood that fills these floors will quench your cup when we're done with this. I'm just gonna point to the sky.
Okay.
Motherfucker. This shit again!
Okay. Another fell omen for the city of the Sealer Hert, as meteors are called down from on high and begin pummeling this building. Are you focusing on the building itself or the city as a whole?
I'm gonna send one meteor to the building, and then the other 4 will be on the outskirts of the city.
Okay.
So that the city, I want to leave the city as unharmed as possible, but everyone in this room is getting hit with a fucking meteor. And that includes us.
All right.
The prophecy!
Prophecy says Gelfling will destroy us.
Okay. Walk me through does everyone need a deck save? What do we do? As the ceiling implodes, or actually explodes, with a direct hit of a meteor from on high.
That would be a each creature in a 40-foot radius centered on each point you choose must make a dex saving throw. So everyone please make dex saves.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm a bear, so I get better. No.
No.
25.
Nice.
Saves.
Oh, save. Save.
This DC
No.
is 20 for the save.
Oh, I failed.
Okay.
11.
Nova passed his save. His sim does not pass. So this is going to be 40 d6 of damage.
Oh shit! I'm gonna fall out of wild shape.
They're gonna see the nightmare.
We're already in shit. That is the least of our worries at this point. We're about to die.
If I fall, when I fall out of wild shape, I'm gonna make this the biggest freaking show that these people have ever seen. I'm not even dealing with this anymore.
20 d6. I gave them a convincing argument. At this point, I didn't want to fight, but they made this fight. They picked this fight. So first,
Yeah, they did.
This is gonna be first bludgeoning damage. So Miriam, you'll resist this innately, and you would have passed the save. So that's 62 bludgeoning. Plus.
I'm not a bear anymore.
Miriam, make a perception check real quick for me.
Azalea, what
how
are
much did
you?
you say? What did you say? 60 what?
62 bludgeoning plus.
Plus?
Yep. 76
19?
fire damage.
76 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah.
That's an evil laugh for the
Steve's
bingo.
dead. Steve has ceased to be.
That is 138 damage total.
Okay. The building buckles. And after some throwing and some serious damage and some screaming, you are surrounded by dust. And you can see small light rays peeking through the dust. And the party is picking themselves up off the ground. Azalea, you are no longer a bear. And you are instead normal Azalea, I believe.
I rolled a 19.
I uncoil back into normal me. Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
The blue me. I'm not
Right.
spider me yet.
Miriam, what'd you say?
I rolled a 19 for that perception check.
Okay. You catch that a mouse has up into your hair.
Gentle grab. Just
Who's alive still?
okay.
You are surrounded by dust and rubble and the screams of the dead and dying. And you hear outside noises of people running about. And people screaming, and And throughout all of it, this
Spriggan's doing something.
And you can see off to your right this bright white light in the dust.
Does it look like where the fucking antlered people were?
It's likely the antlered people.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
What's the likelihood they got a good look at us?
I don't think they have gotten a look at you at all yet. They've just been kind of following the sense of Nightmare.
I'm gonna cast.
I need to find some
Simulacrum,
deodorant.
who was alive on 2 hit points, as we both used our reactions
The
to
sim
reduce
sits up,
damage.
like, not today.
Doesn't have it use its 8th level spell slot.
Hang on,
to-
real quick. Let's talk injuries. Building came down with meteor. Who failed again?
Sim.
Lottery. Sim. There's this huge dent in his chest, and a couple of ribs are poking out.
Good.
Azalea,
You're good.
Nerium, you sit up and look about you, and as Azalea is picking themselves up, you watch Azalea go in pain, and you can see dents or these kind of out juttings under the flesh of the spine. Like there's just this knobby protrusion of Azalea's neck. And Lottery, my favorite injury to inflict upon somebody. And your coccyx is shattered. The whole hips, the whole bone structure around your hips is glass, is broken glass and shifting. What were you saying, Nova?
Nova's gonna look to the party.
Get us out
Nova's
of
only
here.
taken at this point 20 damage because he reduced the damage by so much. Okay. Everybody, hold still. Don't move.
Welcome in, everybody.
My
I'm in
simulacrum on
pain.
the ground is going to cast teleport back to the snake and egg, I believe,
Okay.
in the bar.
Excellent. And that includes everybody, I assume.
That is everybody with everything on their persons. That's Chester, that's me, that's the sim, that's absolutely fucking everybody.
And the mouse that
And the
Miriam's
mouse.
holding.
If they're on your person, there you count.
Okay. There's already pandemonium in here as a meteor strike and other meteors have struck around the city. And a lot of people have fled out into the city to see what's going on, to protect their valuables, to find their family, etc. The things that happen when something this horrible happens to a city. But there is the bartender.
Are we supposed to be the good guys?
We're pirates.
The bartender goes, "What'll it be?"
Medical attention. What is the
Healing potion.
Coming right up.
We need immediate. Do you have any? Where are
The satyr,
healers in
the quickly
city?
hops over the bar and begins administrating healing to the party. Lottery, you suffer a point of exhaustion. Azalea, your movement speed until you can get a long rest is quartered. And you have disadvantage on dex checks and saves, as your spine is within your neck is slowly re-knit into place. It's not perfect, but you are functioning.
Okay, well, we rest today. That is our new plan for today. Simulacrum. You are going to be. Don't worry about your ribs. I command thee to. We're gonna have a little fun.
There's a lot of eye contact as he slowly lies
Just
down.
falling.
He just kind of puts himself on the ground and he's just looking at you and goes, "Whatever you need, boss."
On the ground.
He's down here like,
Lottery, what were the folk tales? What were the folk tales? What were those stories of the moon's resurgence?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, well,
Because it was almost gone!
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts. I'm gonna be like, well, I'll find it then.
Lottery, the very unpleasant feeling of Nova peering into your mind. Are you gonna resist the deeper thoughts?
Why is it cold? Why are your fingers cold?
It's fine, it's fine. Just relax.
Oh, you smell like musk and seawater.
Yes, yes, I do. Every morning.
Every morning gets a little seawater.
Very first surface level thoughts you see is like everything he read from the Flumpa Sutra.
Ah!
Oh, for God's sakes, man. How did you get
Hey,
that deep? How did you get that deep in that book?
This is all you're doing right now.
That is like the 90 pages? 90.
There's actually 669 pages.
My God. Ah, okay, I'm gonna peer deeper and search for the folktales.
You find a much more melancholic mind than you would have assumed. But you do begin pulling information of one Ramshackle Shitterwitz and his kooky origin story for the Feywild.
I am looking for anything that has to do with like a creature or a description of a creature of any kind. Doesn't have to be exactly like a real thing, but if I can get a good description, then I can work with that.
Okay.
There's anything involved with like that sort of folk story.
There is writings by Ramshackle Shitterwitz of a phoenix.
What does the phoenix do?
The phoenix is seen as this kind of omen. Was hunted by the wild hunt for sport, as whenever you kill it, another one is born. Whenever it dies, another one is born. And is seen as a mixed bag. Some people think it's an omen for coming disaster. Some see it as an omen for pushing through hard times, you know, kind of a hold fast kind of notion that the light will come at the end of the night. But there's a few stories there that you might be able to manipulate.
I'm going to then look to Sim. I'm going to command it, cast True Polymorph on yourself into a phoenix.
As he goes to do it, the satyr goes, "Not in here, not in here!"
Oh. Outside.
They're not big, are they? They're like small birds.
They're gargantuan, technically.
Larg, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it starts off small and gets much bigger.
If I would have known that it was the size of the creature.
It starts off egg and gets much bigger.
It's a beast of... Okay, Sim.
He pulls himself over. Yeah, what's up? What are we doing?
Come with me. I'm going to cast. First, cast Greater Invisibility on the both of us.
Okay.
We're gonna go outside.
You go outside. The cities are in panic, and you can see a lot of people just running about, not sure what to do. You can see martial units moving about the city, trying to figure out what exactly has happened. They're not trying to restore order; they're trying to find the threat, and they're in disarray a bit because they're not finding any immediate answers either.
Okay, I'm going to. Could I true polymorph someone into a phoenix egg about to hatch?
A baby phoenix, yes.
Do baby phoenixes come with the capability of flight?
They do.
Excellent. I'm gonna have my sim true polymorph itself into a baby phoenix.
Okay.
I am then going
blinding sunlight
into the egg of the phoenix. We're both invisible currently as well.
Oh, that's right. I'm not sure if you can get egg. But
baby will suffice.
Yeah.
Baby will suffice. Okay. I am then going to cast. I need to get it far up in the sky very quickly. I will then cast Vortex Warp on it. No, I can't do that. That's not solid ground.
You look up into the sky, and you can see the shimmering pink and green kind of halos that Lottery put there to herald the coming of the moon.
Okay. I am going to then... I need it to be an object. Briefly. Can it be... Do phoenixes have shape-changing capability?
I'm on it.
/ do they have spellcasting?
Okay. Let's see here. Innate spellcasting. The Phoenix spellcasting ability is Wisdom. It can cast Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Blindness, Deafness, Daylight, and Dispel Magic. Challenge rating 10. This is the adult Phoenix. We're just going to use it. Sorry, that was the young one. There is a young one. Okay, the young one is not nearly as powerful. That's kind of the issue you got to run into here. The young Phoenix is challenge rating of 4, and has the aforementioned spells. It has a fly speed of... Where is it? 60 feet.
Okay. In that case, while invisible then, I'm going to command the Sim Phoenix to dash up into the sky, and then once it reaches, I'd say, an apex of about 500 feet above the city dead center, I'm going to drop concentration on greater invisibility.
Okay.
And then when it does that, at the same time, I want it to cast Daylight.
Okay.
And as it does that, I am going to cast... and as it does that, I want it to... Daylight. Does Daylight do damage?
Don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Bit of additional information for you, though. There was some kind of significance around where sunset and sunrise meet, which is dead center, so midday, if you will. The very epicenter of midday. And casting Daylight will make it look like that prerequisite.
Okay. I will have it cast Daylight, then, to meet that prerequisite.
Okay.
And when it does that, I'm then going to... It's too far. I'm then going to have it plummet. How many health points does this thing have?
45.
I'm then just gonna have it drop from the sky and take all the fall damage as it hits the ground.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Which should deal an average of 75, killing both it and the sim within it, leaving no evidence.
The Phoenix appears in the sky. And you see, and you're in the city, you're in the city streets, and you see a lot of people start turning and pointing, and then bang, Daylight. And you are currently by sunrise, and the daytime blossoms across the dawning sky, and you watch this have an effect of shock amongst the people around you. And then the daylight, and you watch the Phoenix, this ember of a bird, fall. Any particular part of the city you're trying to have it land?
I just want it like a dead, like almost like it died midair.
Okay.
In a way.
Just crumple falling. and people begin screaming and crying out. And you actually see magic begin being cast. Someone casts Featherfall on it.
Counterspell. From the sim.
From the sim?
Yeah.
The Phoenix said no.
Okay. All right, yeah. And there's a crunch and a cry. And that's where we're gonna go to break.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. That page of the Flumpa Sutra has
And they
extra
said
shit.
you're and I said you're underestimating these nuts.
Okay. The party has pulled off this Phoenix trick. Nova, make a perception check as you take a little gander, a little walk around the city, just to get information.
Dirty nasty 20.
Dirty nasty 20. Okay. A lot of people have gone underground, seeking shelter, and so while there's still a lot of people and even some shops open, it's just kind of tense and slightly empty. We're following the having just happened, and so the city needs time to develop and react and figure out how they're going to land. But you also know that the politics have to figure out a narrative, and then you think, have they already figured out a narrative? So you have a mouse near him. And you know that this thing is sentient and is likely a staff of the Bard College of Glamour, or related to staff in some way. It hasn't cast any spells. It has been very quiet, and it has not moved much.
Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Sorry. And he looks for like, hey, can I get like a thimble with a health potion? To the bartender.
Yeah, of course. Yes. He comes back with a very stylized little stein that he would normally give to a fairy.
Just gives him the health potion.
Pops up.
Hold on. You're speaking a little too fast. I can only catch vibes. I can't catch exact words. Lottery.
What?
Is your coccyx... Is your dick fixed?
Sorry.
It wasn't. What?
Your hips have reknit.
Okay. Abby, help.
Of course. Goodness gracious, sir. You must be more careful in the future, sir. As he picks you up and is dusting you off.
Okay, I get it.
Attempting to.
What? Near him.
This guy's talking a mile a minute. Help me out here.
Hello, tiny rodent.
Hi.
What are you?
What do you mean, what are you?
What's your name?
Who are you? What have
Who
you
are you?
done?
What
What
that
has
wasn't me.
happened?
Does it look like I dropped this whole thing? I broke my
family.
coccyx.
My dad was the professor.
You're...
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Fix it.
It wasn't my fault.
Dude, I was there.
You saw nothing.
Be nicer.
You say that and he goes, "You're right." In a very much like they're slowly figuring out and processing, and the shock is wearing off, and it's
If I offer
like
you a favor,
they could kill me.
can you offer me your
Realization.
silence on this?
What kind of favor? What are you capable of?
I translate. You said what you want.
Most of my skills are in this category, so you need something squished, moved,
Picked up muscle that's bigger than him.
Yeah.
I'm not a magic person, so I can't do a lot in that regard. But you need me to move your house or kill somebody.
What if you didn't kill somebody?
I could prevent that. I can do preventative measures.
What if you let me go right now?
Well, yeah,
Bolts.
I was gonna let just runs off
Makes
like,
a dex check. Acrobatics 16 is on the floor, bolting for the door.
Can I? Oh, this is such a waste. I don't want to use
If I
it
may.
for this. Yes.
As you say that, a Cheshire cat grin opens
Oh my god!
and
Nice.
hits him. And
No,
then
I tried so hard to keep him alive. Bye.
Well, that makes it easy.
whoa.
well, I didn't do it, so I guess
Haven't we been busy? And he's going to, you see the rest of his form begin to unfurl and apparate, and he is going to snap his little paws. And Nova included needs a wisdom saving throw or be teleported.
I'll let myself be teleported.
Okay.
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I will as well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Pop pop. You are in a
I rolled
giant.
an 8, so
Okay. You are in a giant crevice, like sheer stone cliffs on either side. It goes on seemingly forever, and on the other side is the opening, and it's just a field of catnip. There is moss everywhere, and it is all ridiculously comfy. Goodness gracious! What did the bards do?
Well, not much what the bards did, but what did this yappy little fucker do? Tells them out loud with his own mouth that we are trying to destabilize the government. The people who are funded by the government didn't seem to like that very much.
I was being honest.
So we had to blow it up and get out before
Now that
we
does seem like a very drastic, jump, but
Oh, what do you think? Oh, I tried intimidating them. I told them to stand down or face the wrath of God. They didn't stand down, so they faced the wrath of God.
Don't you know what you've done? There will be so many stories. There will be so many songs. We'll never hear the end of it.
right.
A little pause in the air.
Well, in that case, what do we suppose we do now?
Nobody.
I'm gonna for the sake of not being in a potential form where I can start yelling at lottery, I'm gonna slink into a snake and then try to slither up onto to mount on Miriam's shoulder if Miriam's okay with it. I'm just
I have
still
some interesting
understand.
news for you.
at lottery, not at Miriam.
Excellent.
Oh, okay, I got them.
Your captain hasn't returned to his ship.
What?
Our captain, Teufel.
Teufel.
No, I heard what he said.
Do you know anything about that?
What did he go off to do?
He went to go speak to the ambassador.
So he went up into the palace and never came down.
Fuck.
can you get us into the palace? Can you get us near the palace?
I can
You
get
can
us in the
walk up
palace.
to it, dear.
We're going. How does this sound, Mr. Cat? I go and grab a mob of 12, 20 some odd people. We go to the palace demanding answers for this. We use this as an opportunity to press them about their lack of leadership, inability to foresee the coming signs, and lack of ability to deal with the moon. on pressing them in doing this. We see how they respond. Either way, we continue to push them until until they see that the only way that they're getting out of this alive is by stepping down and putting Solitas in charge. How do we suppose we can do that?
It's tricky, because it won't work with a mob. A mob is a terrible idea. They're just going to kill them. They don't have to justify killing a mob that shows up before their people, especially with such an aggressive intent. But you kind of need a mob for Solitas. But if you don't do it without Solitas, it won't work.
So we need Solitas for the mob?
We'll get Solitas. A twofold plan, 2 stages, a 2-stage assault of a verbal argument. We run in first. We are powerful people, capable of being neutral in the situation. We run in saying, "What the hell is happening in your town? Why are you under siege by events beyond your capabilities?" We say we are capable of helping somewhat if you are so incompetent. At this point in time, before they can say anything, Solitas and the mob broach through.
What?
He says he has a plan.
What did they think you went off to do when you last saw them?
They last saw that we were going to go and uncover the plots of the Shadowfell, I guess.
So who's to say you're not coming back with answers? Though you did find that they were involved with the nightmares.
That's a brilliant idea. And what if we just so happen to have a nightmare informant confirming this? A turncoat.
You have to do it in a way
instead of like the fangs
that doesn't lead to aggression, because if aggression, they win.
No aggression. No aggression.
Never been aggressive in my life.
What if we stage it? We say this coming seeking answers. Questions. Because all we need to do is ask questions to sow doubt. We just need to ask the question to sow the doubt in the court for them to oust the Seelyheart. Correct? We just need to go, this nightmare, a refugee of sorts, came to us seeking refuge and comfort, confirming all of this information from their own side. They helped us stop the nightmares in the Shadowfell, proving their turncoatness. And if you went, and if they want to go and check where the Shadowfell was, they certainly can, because it's gone.
Sorry.
And what if they have the true shape of the world through your captain?
Well, since when does
What
our
if
captain
they...
go
What if you
to the
approach
Shadowfell?
and you deal with them false truth and they know?
Well, how's that the false truth?
What if they know you're here for the pieces of your ship? Because that's at the heart of this.
Then we need to present that information first. Seem honest. Say
We came here looking for our ship and then suddenly shit's on fire. What the fuck happened here?
Exactly. We present them the information on the ship first. Stage that as we don't even care about those pieces anymore because we'll get them one way or another.
One of you two say that?
That's aggressive.
Because y'all
That
don't give a
leads
fuck.
to aggression.
It doesn't lead to aggression. We're just saying that we'll come back for
We'll-
those pieces at another time. But what is happening in your city? We need to somehow sow doubt in the people currently controlling them, that court. Because at the end of the day, they are puppets. Those two Owlin are not the people who rule the city. It's the court who does.
The only power the court truly has is to the ability to depose the Sealer Heart. In all other ways, the Sealer Heart can just ignore what they are told to do. But a direct depose would actually work.
So
Because it removes them entirely.
What is the court's interest? Are they do they seek the benefit of their city? What do they look for?
They are the gentry. And they are themselves noble. And all are very old, with very intricate individual plans. This indecisiveness is how the Sealer Heart came to be.
In that way, I think we then need to convince we need to then make statements to the court that put the Sealer Heart in a position of unconfidence. If we show indecisiveness, we can perhaps showcase that they are incapable of fulfilling their plans. If we prove that the Sealer Heart is incapable of stopping the moon or whatever onslaught is on their way, perhaps we can present information of us saying, we know what's coming, it's the bloody moon.
Sounds like you have a game plan. And he snaps, and everyone's back in the tavern. And he goes, I will go get our friends.
Tell Solitos to arrive. To tell Solitos he's allowed to scry on me and to come in as soon as the Sealer Heart is about to speak on everything I just said. With the mob. Or perhaps wait for the phrase. Wait for the phrase. I am smelling a lack of confidence here. And then Solitos may arrive.
A really
What, in the
big
telenovela?
sandpapery lick, and then gone.
Alright. How are we doing for those that are capable of walking, more or less?
I'm fine.
Everyone's healed up.
Everyone's healed-
as
everyone's
far as
completely healed?
injuries go.
Okay. Excellent. Alright, everyone.
I'm gonna for this particular like travel journey, I'm gonna opt for being like a beetle hidden in Miriam's like ruffle or something, because I don't wanna.
My hair's like this big. You can just hide in there.
I'ma just do that.
Okay.
Unsummon Melly and just be like a bug in your hair.
It's like, all right, be careful.
I hate that, but all right, yeah.
Ooh, you should be one of those golden beetles, so it just looks like a piece of jewelry just already in my hair.
Absolutely, we'll gladly do that.
Love that.
I'll position myself so I get like a good view of where we're going. Like I can still perceive the surroundings, but like I'm just gonna kind of see it as still as possible, like a little Brett.
I'm going to look to the group. Everyone's all in order. Onward to the court, then. Everybody get your game faces on.
I would love a long rest.
Okay, fine. We long rest.
Party turning down at the ship or here at the snake in the egg. It's an important
Let's do
decision.
the snake in the egg.
Okay. If everybody else is on board.
Let's not bring anything back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yep, we need to stay away from the ship for now.
Okay.
Before the long rest starts, I still have a wish I want to use.
Okay.
I want to just make this kind of the same ritual before the cards are laid out, and kind of just like as it just kind of spins and whirls, and the signs and the clouds I want to become more aggressive. to become more frequent. So like if they were slowly spinning and swirling, they're just like, you know, times 0.175 kind of thing. It just like has just visually you can see them moving a little bit more. You're not second guessing anymore. Things are happening a lot more intentionally.
Okay.
I wish what I wished before last night in the sky happens at 0.75 the speed faster.
Interesting. Okay. Yes, there's additional swirling, and there's this kind of current that is detected now with the speed.
93, so I save and I keep my wish. Or
Okay.
so I can keep doing wish.
Okay. The party goes to sleep. Melly keeping watch. Is this your moment? I think it is. Let's go.
Azalea, as she prepares for the evening, finds a comfortable spot and sets up like she's going to go to sleep, but immediately prior, lets her mind drift out and tries to hone in on Lottery's pot of dreams.
Consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, on your way in, you hear a humming and a sewing. That's all you hear on the way in.
What?
A sewing. Someone doing needlework.
Interesting.
Lottery, what are you dreaming about right now?
Honestly, probably. I love how you kind of, when Nova probed in, you expressly kind of said it was very much more melancholic, and that's very much of probably a dream that you would get. You see, a lot. It's almost a repeat of the library crashing down, but it's at different angles, kind of repeated in multiple ways. It's not just crashing down on Lottery. He's envisioning what the effect was for other people, like knowing full well that what he said is causing what happened there, just kind of the immediate effect of the domino. And like you see just the horrors he sees of the nightmares of like him kind of being stuck under his rubble, unable to help the others under their rubble as boulder falls on someone, this topples down, just kind of everything, and then it cycles back and it just keeps happening, and it's a repeat of that.
Interesting.
Azalea, you capture all of this with the additional surrounding static of where Lottery's not able to see.
I think this particular night, Azalea's just gonna kind of walk around in the background and absorb as much of what's happening here as possible, and then slip back out into her dreams.
Okay.
Am I able to be perceptive in my dreams, or is this
What's your
nightmare
passive?
something? 24.
24. And what are you doing in this dream? Are you like looking around? What are
I'm
you...
looking around frantically to see if like I can do anything to help, or if there's anyone like, even if there was someone possibly like I was familiar with, to see.
And what are you feeling?
Regret. It's a mixture of like regret, I need to help, kind of like that helplessness feeling of like you're running in place but not getting anywhere.
Okay. Okay. I will say roll a stealth, Azalea. And I will give you... well, it's just up against Lottery's passive perception.
My stealth was...
You didn't expect a frantic
18.
dream. You expected to come in and twist this into a frantic dream. 18, what's your passive perception, Lottery?
24.
Interesting. So Lottery, you're scrambling, you're watching people die, and you're trying to help, and you're stuck in this infinite nightmare, and you turn and you start clocking glimpses of a nightmarish form. in the corners of your eyes, in the shadows, in the bits.
I think the way that Azalea is currently trying to like traverse this dream is she's trying to be an observer in this situation and not trying to interact with things very often, but she's also not making like a very like deliberate effort to like jump out of the way or anything. Like, so when you catch her, it's very much like the energy of like someone's looking through a window off in the distance of like this like they're I'm being watched.
Right, like a passive observer, but not trying to hide it.
Yeah, like I don't look like I'm part of what you're experiencing. I definitely look like I'm separate.
But Lottery also knows what you look like in your nightmare form because you revealed yourself.
Correct.
To everyone. So, Lottery clocks you. Azalea, help them! Help! I know you can do that. Go help them, please.
I'm gonna walk over to you. And smile. Like this weird, creepy, out of place, toothy Cheshire cat looking smile. And then poof out of there.
Cool. So if you're not there, you don't see what Lottery does afterwards.
Nope, I don't see what Lottery does afterwards.
Cool.
What does Lottery do afterwards?
I just
Lottery,
went, that's interesting.
Lottery afterwards would probably just feel like, oh, that says so much more. Does Lottery clock that that was actually Azalea?
I think so.
Because kind of that in-between dream is this reality of like, in the dream, he would have hoped that the dream would have gone the way he wanted it to.
I think you begin, at this point, lucid dreaming.
That says so much more about you than it does me. And then it goes back into the loop of the nightmare.
Damn. Okay. Good morning. We arise. There are changes that have happened throughout the city. Let's get perception checks from the whole party. In Lottery, you can make a history check to see if you retain that brief moment of lucidity.
Perfect.
So you said perception check?
Perception
19.
check. 19.
16.
16. Oh no.
For the perception, it's a 26. The history is only a 14.
Would I be able to,
14.
Never mind, the thought disappeared. That was an 11 for the perception.
Okay.
No, not an 11. Sorry.
If you
no,
remember what it
11.
was you were thinking about, that's the narrative Nova has already been established. People are talking amongst themselves about this attack from the gloaming court. The night court. And this narrative of fear about the wild hunt forcing its way back into literal existence as the moon is surely on its way. The 5 meteors have already been named. The craters are already going down in mythos as smaller moons that herald the coming of Lurin.
Alright. Game face is on today, everybody. This is going to be a hard one.
After you, Captain.
Thank you. Alright, I'm going to cast As we walk up to the court, I'm going to cast skill empowerment on myself, giving me expertise in persuasion.
I assume bug formation.
Bug.
I am beetle.
Beetle.
You, as you approach, sense a mental connection with Bobble, who is staying in the ethereal but is able to communicate with the party.
I have also very specifically unsummoned Melly, so she's not in the space right now. So we don't have to track her and deal with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted Whitaker and Halloween to be doing?
Didn't Whitaker like drop out? He was like, I'm out.
That's right. Thank you.
I'm out.
Yeah. I want Halloween to be with Solitas as sort of like as like a second in command to give him support when he arrives.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
As the party moves up the hill in the sunset morn, the waterfall gate, you are heralded. Someone goes, "We know them, let them in." And the waterfall parts, and to your surprise, many soldiers, obviously, especially in a time of unrest. You are surprised when someone claps you on the back and goes, "You've come back just in time. We're glad you're here."
I'm gonna look. Do I recognize this person?
Seems to be a soldier of some kind.
Are they from the Shadowfell?
No, King's Guard, if you will.
Excellent.
As the party is moved forward, they don't ask for your weapons. They don't ask for any kind of questions. You are even introduced in court. Someone steps forward and says, after potentially giving names, declares you. Before you is this room of swirling, jagged marble, two lofty rows and rows and rows of seats with the Valiant Court assembled. You can see the two Owlins, Lord Nesura and Lady Limai, and they are mid-speech. You have been allowed to enter mid-speech.
Nova's gonna.
Okay. Lord Nesura says, "And that is why we at once must find the means of locating the wild hunt. Nova Wake. Do you recognize the name?"
I do recognize the name.
"That is most excellent. I hope that you all have been well in your mission of finding answers of the Gloaming Court. I must admit, your timing is excellent."
Is it? That's very curious.
Indeed.
You know, we arrived here not too long ago with the Phalanx Dreadnought. Well, a while ago. We are stuck here, obviously investigate. But a lot of questions arise, ones that did not get answered. And I was hoping to bring them forth to the court today so that we may find these answers.
Excellent. You can see, then you hear, "If I may." And up stands from one of the seats an astral elf with militaristic epaulets, likely the ambassador. The Astral Dreadnought is here. Why is it
Correct.
not currently on the astral current, moving forward and keeping safe the flow of souls that God might be born?
Notice a favor?
Who are you?
Apologies. I am Otako. I am the ambassador sent to look in on these strange warrings.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about dreadnoughts.
The ship
So-
you came into port with and are trapped here? Is it immobile? Where is your captain?
Honey,
Ah,
we were gonna ask the same thing.
that's really interesting. Where is he? You spoke to him yesterday.
Did
Or
I?
are you asking
And he looks down to
questions
he looks down to the Outlands. Did I? And you can see a look of anger.
I looked to them as well. Yes, you did. He was
Huh.
collected from our ship, and you apparently spoke to him.
Lady Lamai steps forward, kind of glides forward, and you can watch this crystalline, almost like mica chipping and shifting the various colors, and it turns into a softer lavender, and it bleeds into the floor, and the entire room changes into this color as well, and goes, "We actually obtained such a one. My lord, we had him in for questioning before we could deem him safe to deliver unto you."
Huh. That's not what you told me. Or at least your guards.
We have just learned of you arriving. We did not know your ship was in port.
You didn't?
Indeed.
How not?
We didn't know you were capable of doing such a thing with the ship. I also would like an answer to that.
How did your guards then find our ship?
How'd you get the captain if you didn't know the ship that the captain is captaining was here?
Yes, that just seems like a bold-faced contradiction.
The court begins whispering to each other.
In fact, you know, these contradictions. These contradictions are exactly what I was coming to question about. You see, we followed your breadcrumb trail to the neighboring towns to were attacked by the gloaming court. Question. Why is it that when we found that we arrived there, we found Shadowfell? Not to the same.
Make insight checks on the both of them.
Come on, Nova. Be good at
Can
this
I
for
insight
once.
because I know they bullshit?
No, that's why that's what provokes an insight check.
Oh.
Okay. 19?
19. What'd you say, Quincy?
Can I give him inspiration?
As a reaction?
Yep.
Yep.
I kind of whistle, be like,
28.
28. All right.
I got a nat 20 for 33.
Let's go.
24,
Let's go. Say again, Lottery.
24 insight.
Okay.
Got our 30s, bro.
Okay. Lady,
These dice have only been rolling like really high or absurdly low all day. It's been like 4s or like 19s all day.
it was a deadpan reaction, very practiced and very well to do from Lady Lemai. But Lord Nesura, the other Owlin, furrows his little feathery brows in confusion.
Yes.
Are you telling me that the Gloaming Court and the Shadowfell are working together?
I want to cast Zone of Truth on Lady
It is
Lemai.
immediately counterspelled.
I want to counterspell the counterspell.
That's fine. There's another counter spell.
There's like 50 people to
There
do
is
counter
a
spell in here.
whole. The entire gentry there's protection everywhere. I will say it is likely that
Shut up.
do you want to do that, Lottery? Because because I can see an argument for, if you want to, that you would know that there would be archmages and court wizards.
I should have asked how much magic is around me.
This is one of the Feyan courts. Much
magic.
Magic out the wazoo.
Okay, Lottery would be smarter than me then if I can retract that then.
You are vastly intelligent. I don't want. Okay.
Either way. No, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the Gloaming Court was never involved. I am here knowing the rules of the Fae. I speak the truth because I must. Because I dare not disrespect the court and its sanctity. The Gloaming Court was not involved in any of these attacks on the citizens. No, it was the Shadowfell. And perhaps I will say, by sheer lack of understanding of outsiders, perhaps you found it unnecessary to give us the distinction between the two. We went looking for the Shadowfell. We found the Shadowfell. We found the assailants. We stopped the attacks. The Gloaming Court, however, was never involved in this. Why was your intelligence incorrect?
Who benefits from lying to you?
Matters we will surely get to the bottom of.
Furthermore, when we arrived in the Shadowfell, we found some things. Important things. First of all, nightmares.
First, the Shadowfell, and now the Dream Realm that is locked tight.
Not locked tight enough.
You are weaving quite a tale.
I would hope that you... do you not know?
The Gloaming Court is our concern.
Well,
We have evidence and proof
misplaced.
that they are moving against us, trying to return the moon. The Wild Hunt cannot be permitted. Cannot be permitted to run rampant once again.
Would you rather you sit by with your narrative or deal with the issues at hand? I am presenting you with information and you spit in my face and tell me that it's the Gloaming Court?
If I spit in your face, you would know it.
And guess what? I do. I am giving you information.
Are they...
It is your choice to listen to it. You are welcome to disagree with the information. But do not tell me what is important when I am telling you what I have seen.
Then do
Nightmares were in the
continue.
Shadowfell.
What was that, Fish?
I was gonna say, are they basically implying that like Nova is lying about the Dream Realm because it's locked all tight?
They're being careful not to imply that. They're
Okay.
pointing out the unlikeliness of that.
Okay. I'm gonna scuttle across the hair onto Nerium's shoulder, down Nerium's body onto the floor, and then unwind into a person form. Just a normal human form.
Okay.
Just to make the point of like, hi, I am Nightmare, I am here. What do you mean?
There is a audible reaction from the courts.
Your
Miriam
nightmare
defensively
realm,
stands in front of Azalea.
your nightmare realm is not like locked shut. In fact, they are actively making moves themselves. This right here is a nightmare. She has been traveling with us, giving us correct information as she finds herself in a refugee position. She has left her people in order to pursue her own goals. She's been forthcoming with information when asked. We came here to learn more about nightmares, valuing potentially your great knowledge. And what we were instead provided with was an assault from the skies. You believe it to be the Gloaming Court, and you're welcome to. I know that the moon is affiliated with them. But that is from the stars. And I know the stars.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm good at this now. Thank God.
I'm good at this now.
26.
There are many members amongst this court. And as stated previously, there is an Undercity. That Undercity is also represented here. And to the party's surprise, many of them are Kenku. Scattered in amongst these rafters. And other darker creatures. A small coalition of goblins who are also Feyan. And nearing me do a double take. And you can see Coax has dressed in nobleman garb. Who is doing this?
Miriam tries to subtly wink at him.
Which means ultimately Ace and the rest of the goblins are nearby.
Oh yeah. I'm somehow staring at Ace right in the face and I don't see you.
Your insistence that the Gloaming Court is behind this leaves me confused. I understand.
Then let us put the Gloaming Court aside.
I think that would be best.
What did you learn of? And she kind of does the owl thing to look at Azalea. These nightmares.
I mimic the motion with my human head.
Well, for one, we learned of their goals. We learned of their wants. We learned that they are not unified and that they are divided into factions. The factions have different means. They seek something called the Nightmare Prince.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that bring them all the way to us?
I would also like to ask that question of the court.
Cast
For
and
when we
widen it.
found the Shadowfell members, why would they feel the need to blame you for hiring them?
What?
That's the piece of the puzzle I could never put back in place. Why would the Shadowfell blame you for hiring them?
There's a shocked silence.
I could never really get that one out. Because it doesn't seem to add up with the Shadowfell's goals. So I was hoping that I could be provided with some information.
That is quite an implication. I assume you have proof.
Well, we were told.
You asking for proof of what the now dead Shadowfell said?
I'm looking for a basis to your accusation that I would go so far as to employ
Hold on.
the Shadowfell.
Hold on. You say I accuse? No. I asked you a question. What is the motive for the Shadowfell to blame you?
Clearly. She kind of locks up and sorry, Lord Nesura steps around and goes, clearly this is quite a complex attack upon us. We must discover the means with which the Shadowfell has infiltrated the Feywild at once. there's a resounding agreement.
True. How do you plan on doing this? Because this is clearly an attack from very high up in the chain. How else could you orchestrate an attack on multiple cities, killing multiple Faian citizens, eradicating whole towns, civilizations, without lots of command? And to blame this all on the Gloaming Court afterwards, pinning your informants on the wrong target? They must be most capable.
There is plenty of evidence that the Gloaming Court... And he goes... Silence. What's your end point, Nova Wake? What are you getting to?
What I am getting to is that throughout my time in dealing with the court, I have done my best to follow the rules, play the game, to listen carefully, to speak measuredly. And what I have found is that throughout all of the court, I have been misled, lied to, led astray, consistently.
As is our right as fate. Stop.
You're more than welcome to exercise your right as a Fae to mislead. But the thing with lies is that they come home to roost. Especially, I am smelling such a distinct lack of confidence here.
Azalea kind of
Go ahead.
Azalea kind of has been trying to keep a very measured expression. The corners of her mouth uptick a little bit into this kind of gotcha smile.
So now I must ask.
I mean,
my good personal friend Solitas. What pleasant timing.
The announcer goes, "Oh, Solitas, the River Lord."
We've uncovered some information, I think, that the court would be privy to know. The moon's arrival and subsequent blaming of the Gloaming Court. Who does this benefit? Perhaps I'm not asking the right questions. Who does it benefit to blame all of your misgivings on an unknown and distant enemy? Who does it benefit for you all to have the moon in the sky? Because I've done my research on the Wild Hunt. Nobody likes them. Not even the Gloaming Court. They do not benefit from the Wild Hunt.
Yes, yeah.
So this narrative
Got a point.
that the Gloaming Court would want them back, why, that would be like inviting a plague into your house in the hope that it kills your neighbor.
They'll do anything to start a war.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. Starting a war. Now you'll notice in all of these events, there is a figure that is distinctly not present. The Gloaming Court. The very people who are you claiming, accusing of starting a war. Right there, accused of starting a war. Meanwhile, who has been present in all of these events? And then blaming the Gloaming Court. Of course, I only ask questions. I would never make an accusation.
I will. I would call upon the courts, as is my right of lord, to call into question the integrity the whimsy, and the joy of the Silver Heart.
Not the whimsy.
And the court erupts. The court erupts.
Just elbows lottery.
Both of the owlins begin shouting, and no one can hear them. And that is where we're going to leave off on our episode for the night.
Anarchy!
Chad, thank you so much for being here. Do stick around. We're going to be doing a raid. That was a lot of fun. I did not expect any of tonight. All of this caught me off guard. Every single bit of it. And I'm here for it.
This is why you should nominate Feff for best DM. Anyways.
Ah. Someone nominated Mary for NPC.
Our little Mary.
It breaks my heart. I'm so proud of Mary. It's just the blob. It's cool. Wild ride indeed. Thank you everybody for who rated in. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays we run epic scale campaigns. We've got Terraform, which is like epic fantasy, dragon riders and armies, and Windfall, which is very much a western meets gothic horror. And then this one, Void Scourge, level 20, Treasure Planet meets Feywild. It's bonkers. I will be running a game, not sure which exactly, the details are still getting ironed out, at Gen Con. If you're going to Gen Con, I would love to be able to put a face to a name. And if you want to get caught up, you can go over to the YouTube where we have fully edited episodes of the past like 2.5, 3 years of campaigns. If you need D&D, we got your fix. I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the long shot table. We got a Discord if you want to join our community. Let me throw it over to Offbeat Outlaw as I set up this raid.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under that exact same name. Offbeat Outlaw, that is YouTube, TikTok, go watch. I've got a video coming out soon where I accuse the Avatar The Last Airbender fandom of being the worst fandom on the internet. Evidence of the fact that I have never heard of Varric before starting the show, yet somehow I knew Korra was gay, which is only in the last episode, and I was sorely disappointed. Anyway.
This is bisexual erasure.
Gay. I will pass to Quincy. You're muted.
I was muted. Hello, everybody. My name is Quincy. I was lottery today. Thank you so much for the story. Thanks for my players and my DM. This was super, super fun. I will be at Gen Con, and I'll be traveling to a bunch of different places, but you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and all those other places for more information when I do. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. This was fun. Fish.
Hello, I'm Fish. You can find me on all the places as Fish Finlee. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a very fun time. You can find me over on Tuesdays on my own Twitch. I stream art stuff from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And also randomly throughout the week I sing and stuff. So like, catch me over there. If you want to see all the announcements for that, check out my Instagram. My links are in the little side commands that our wonderful mod just put up. Also, I'm on the board for the Crit Awards. Nominations are open, and they will be open until May 31st. So go nominate your favorite content creators for all of the various awards that we have. We have so many art categories this time around. We made sure to try to be as comprehensive of the community as a whole. Hence the name, community. Recognition in TTRPGs. So like go check the website critawards.org to go nominate your favorite content creators for all the things and stuff. And that's my oh, I sell prints of my art as well. That's also in my links. Okay, cool. Lex, I think.
Hello, I'm SmolBirdLex. Find me at SmolBirdLex. I do art, TTRPGs, and streaming. Check me out. I'm around. I will be around more. Trying to be, anyways. You can check me here on Saturdays. My Wednesday campaign ended, but you can check that out on YouTube. Phoenix Iwaki. It was a cute ending. I made people cry, which again, I love doing that. But yeah, I'll pass it back over to Beth.
All right, I did not manage to find... Oh, no, I got it. There we go.
Hey.
It took me a second. I was panicking. We're going to kick it with Shane Wally, gang.
Hey.
Shane Wally is a phenomenal player on the Tuesday campaign and is currently doing some LARP Grand Theft Auto. So have a fantastic rest of your weekend. You are all loved. You are all appreciated. Everyone pile in there and go show some love to Shane. He's got merch, by the way. He just released a thing of hoodies, and they look pretty dope.
Hell
Have a
yeah.
phenomenal rest of your weekend, friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What?